Good morning, folks. We are looking at the Junior Silver Miners ETF, SILJ, and the market's about to open, so we're probably about to see price do something. Sure looks like it might break out. Anyway, this chart, I was looking at this morning, and it's just such a pretty chart. If you're a silver bull like me, this is a really pretty chart. And so there's a lot going on here. The chart is busier than I care for, and so as I talk about it, I'll clean it up some as we go along. So let's just, this is I don't know, amazing. I started to say this is the accumulation distribution indicator, and wow. I mean, obviously, this ETF is under accumulation, and I would explain that as smart investors are recognizing the potential of the junior miners, and they're looking for access to the junior miner space, and this is one of the vehicles that gives them that. If you're able to invest in individual stocks and feel comfortable doing so, don't do it blindly. There are, I suspect, better gains to be had in individual stocks, but uh, if you're limited to the U.S. listed vehicles, this is one to consider for exposure to silver miners. Um, Enough of Brian's babbling. So anyway, that's the accumulation distribution, just an impressive amount of accumulation of this stock or ETF. Um, Stochastics, energy, momentum, however you want to think about it, very high. Lots of energy. If price wants to go higher from here, there's lots of energy to do so. By the MACD, we just zoom out there. So you can see we just got a new MACD buy signal. And again, I don't think I said it, we're in the weekly time frame. So we're not, this isn't just noise. These are indications in the weekly time frame that SILJ is doing good things. Let me reset that. And so now, let me scooch let me go in the other direction. Let me do that, and let's talk about volume. So in an uptrend, in a healthy uptrend, what we want to see for volume is that when price is increasing, volume increases. And so we can see on this big price rise, we got a big rise in volume, exactly what we want to see. Now we got the 4 month correction, and during a correction, we want to see volume pull back. So we don't want to see selling volume, as price is declining. This would be selling volume, and we don't want to see it spike. That would be a serious indication that we weren't dealing with an ongoing uptrend. But in this case, volume expands, we get a price correction, and volume pulls back. That's exactly what we want to see. And now potentially what we're seeing for the last, what is that, two 2 months, 3 months, is potentially a rise in volume, which again, in an uptrend, that's exactly what we want to see, is that as price rises, volume rises with it. I suspect, we're not going to do it this morning, but I suspect that if we went down to the lower, went down to the daily time frame, we would find there's a low, a high. That's a higher low, I suspect, only marginally. Anyway, let's not worry about that. And so, volume looks very nice. Let's get that off the chart. Get some more of that clutter out of the way. Do that. Hello. There goes volume. The moving averages, that's our 10 week and 40 week moving averages. Um, you know, uh, During the correction, we can see that, price got almost back to the 40-week moving average. And of course, the equivalent in the daily chart is the 200. That would be our 200-day moving average. So anyway, that's a nice healthy correction. And from the perspective of clearing the market for another up leg, I would suggest that has been accomplished. That this 4 month correction has cleared the way for a new up leg. Yeah, okay. I thought I was getting rid of volume. There it is. Let's see. And so now we're down to, let's talk a bit about these Andrews pitchforks. So we've got, and remember we're on the weekly time frame, so we're looking at, that's 2013. So we're looking at eight years worth of action here um, in this red downsloping. Um, this is a modified shift pitchfork. And so we can see that prices up here bumping into resistance at the top of that red pitchfork. And looks like this morning so far, this test of resistance has failed, or it has yet. I'm going to be more optimistic. I'm going to say that it has yet to succeed. But anyway, obvious that price is bumping into that resistance there. And then now let's look at, get rid of that, not easy being OCD. Um, this is an Andrews pitchfork. Our blue or uptrending pitchfork is an Andrews. We don't need that. And so we can see that, pretty impulsive. Certainly, that's an impulsive plunge to the downside, and then that's a fairly impulsive move to the upside. So anyway, we can see that we bumped into resistance at the upper median line, pull back, break through all the way up to the median line, the first median line extension, pull back, found support along the upper median line of that fork, and now is up here again dealing with resistance at both that median line from the blue fork, that median line from the red fork. And so that's what's going on right now. I suspect, is it going to happen today? Who knows? Um, one of the things that's going on here, this is the US dollar. Let me go back to the daily chart. And so, oops, excuse me for, again, another messy chart. We can see that the dollar is just bumping along, um, you know, finding support at the bottom of this fork, but not showing any signs of staging a relief rally, unless perhaps we see it today. But as something I find interesting, so we got, in the last couple of months, we've gotten these two relief rallies, and they were quick. They happened quickly and they were over quickly. And so now this latest relief rally, the dollar got down here towards support again and then rallied. This rally doesn't even show up on the daily chart. I mean, that's how weak the relief rally was in the dollar. And so anyway, it's just the US dollar, for whatever reason, is being very weak. Gold to some extent is responding to that. Obviously, we got a breakout this week. That was the open Sunday night. Yeah. And gold has broken out of its same thing, 4 month price channel. That's the 4 month correction in gold. Obviously, we got a breakout going on, and just super bullish. If you're a bull on the precious metals, this all looks good. This is silver, and same thing here. Big breakout, pushing up into resistance or that price target there. We got anything else to look at? Oh, and of course, here's GDXJ, and now the market's open this morning. So, real nice action. I was expecting to see, this is GDXJ. We're down in the 4 hour time frame. I was expecting to see price interact with this resistance level. This is a sliding parallel off of this modified shift pitchfork. And instead, what we got Monday morning is a gap, a large gap over, price gapped right over that resistance level, and then bumped into resistance at the, what is that? That's the first lower median line extension of this Andrews pitchfork. And so that's what price is dealing with right now in GDXJ is resistance right there. So that's all I got this morning, folks. Um, Enjoy the rest of your day.